we decided that we would like to have infuse the school with a lot more art integrated with the kids' academics so that they could enjoy and create.
Be more aware of their surroundings, to explore.
Show their individuality, show their growth, and be proud of themselves.
When I draw a rainbow and the moon and people say nice, then I get happy and better.
Good job! You're holding up the widest brush.
We developed curriculum with some of the teaching artists and we teach the kids clay and painting and drama, performing arts, visual arts.
They knew that I was a dance person, and Jessie has also participated in dance programs before, so they knew we would be interested.
We find ways to integrate what we're doing
Into a theme, right?
Right,
Into our
themes. So we can tie it in.
Okay, so now for our next thing, we're going to do an orchestra, right?
Mm-hmm. An environment orchestra.
Yeah, what is an orchestra?
An orchestra is a bunch of people who get together and play music.
Well, for 10 weeks, I teach drama, acting to my students, and then when I'm done with that, then another 10 weeks, I go into another class, and the lessons that I've done with my students, I do with another group of kids. There was this other drama teacher that I met with about 3 years ago, Adrienne Capstein, and she and I sat together and we made up 10 wonderful drama lesson plans. I mean, kids just naturally like to get up and act, and I think it's just something that they're almost like born to do.
Let's all try this tiger sound.
The majority of my class are students that are ELL learners, so they have difficulty when it comes to reading sometimes because they're not familiar with all the vocabulary in English, or expressing themselves through their writing. But in the painting, they're able to do that without having the English vocabulary. It's not about teaching art as a separate subject. It's including all the other areas that we teach to our children every day.
Today we're going to learn how to make a head.
I've been doing the art block, clay, and I'm working with a 4th grade class, not my own this time. And last week I pulled out pictures of canopic jars, expecting to teach the kids about canopic jars. And one hand flew up and the kid said, "I know what that is." And I said, "You know what that is?" And then 3 or 4 kids said, "Oh yeah, we learned about that last year." And it really brings something to it. They were excited that they recognized something from last year's curriculum and pulled it forward. And I think that that's the kind of thing that will stay with them.
We learn like how other nations and other people from around the world made their coil pots.
We talked a little bit about animal vessels, and animals have a very important job.
The really important thing is that I think that it generates a lot of excitement. The kids are eager to come in.
You don't have to drill it into their heads.
The connections just naturally tumble out.
You get to have fun. Definitely more fun than any other classes. We get to make stuff instead of just writing stuff, and starting to get boring.
It's a more comfortable, a more natural way to learn, to be able to move around, to be able to be hands-on into something rather than to read about it.
Because it's harder to imagine with writing, it's better to make it with your hands.
The release of it and the enjoyment absolutely encourages them to want us to be able to do it.
You know, everybody says, well, academics, and we always think, well, there's that reading, writing, and math.
Here, it's not in a separate area.
I'm playing, but also I'm learning history. It's not just, okay, sit at your desk and take out your books. The kids have different levels of exposure to everything that's in this world.
I'm glad that my teachers allow us to have art class because they know that we're trying to work hard.
And if not for the exposure that they get through the arts in school, some children might not have access to any type of art form.
If they didn't do next year, I would be sad.
I love my art block.